familiar faces here. I've seen most of you before, almost all of you, I think. But just by a quick show of hands, is there anyone here that has not joined us before? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so
we just all look like
never mind. All right. So some familiar faces, some new folks. So let me just start with quick introduction. Why we're here at 6 a.m. basically on a Wednesday morning. 2, what we're actually doing. And then we'll just have you guys go out right away. One of my colleagues, Genesis Aquino, should be here in about 2 minutes. She'll join us as well. How's it going? Good morning.
Good morning.
Great. So, why are we here? Anyone want to share why they're here this morning? Why they decided to get up? Anyone in this group?
To keep an eye out on, see if the ICE agents are harassing any of our neighbors and friends. Keep an eye on their activity.
Hey, that's well said. Does someone want to add?
Bear witness to anything that does happen and hand out flyers to inform people of what is happening or what could happen.
Hand out flyers, bear witness to something that's happening here in our neighborhood. Anyone else want to add to that?
I think it's pretty important that just everyday people or whatever take the power and say that we have some power and here's something we can do.
They oftentimes misrepresent themselves as city police officers. They're showing up in unmarked vehicles. And really the only way that we have been able to track it, because no one else has really been doing this, it has been families. It has been neighbors that have photographed it, have documented it. And that is really the way that we've been able to track it. And you should know that the hour in which we're standing here right now, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., is the time in which we've seen ICE most active. It is the time that we've seen ICE be physically in the streets, try to knock on doors. And what we're doing here, I think what was shared was 100% right. What we're doing is giving out some information that is protecting families, that is keeping them together, because at the end of the day, in the country that we live in, the Constitution protects everybody. Although there might be some people that disagree with it and don't like that, nobody can have their home be forcibly entered without a judicial warrant. Nobody can force someone to speak and interrogate them. Everyone here has the right to remain silent if they choose to exercise that right. And in the city in which we're in, almost always folks are able to get legal representation, although immigration court and deportation proceedings, oftentimes it can be difficult to get folks access to legal help. What we're seeing is in these cases, folks are able actually connect to legal help, but usually it takes advocacy, it takes us pushing and forcing these lawyers, because what Trump is trying to do right now is find people that basically he can put in a press release. How many of you guys saw the most recent news, right, about Trump trying to send some increased border patrol, right? You guys all saw that, SWAT teams. There's a part of that that's just political theater. I'll just be very blunt about that, because what is it, 100 border patrol officers spread over 10 different cities? Ultimately, there's a part of that that's political theater that's really meant to satisfy a Fox News headline that Trump wants. But there's also a part of it that's true, which is he is sending additional immigration officers to cities like ours. He has set a goal for these officers of increasing arrests by 35%, because he wants to try to show that cities like New York, that cities like Chicago, big cities that are safe cities, right? That he wants to paint us as criminal harboring cities. And so there's a political game that Trump is playing right now, using these immigration officers. He's using them as a political weapon. But the reality is they are going to be more active, more present in our neighborhood. Some of them may be coming from different parts of his deportation machine. We have seen Border Patrol officers, you should know that, photographed with ICE officers. That's new. At least in the work that we've been doing, trying to track ICE activity, usually has been ICE using these operations alone. Now we're seeing them with Border Patrol, which is a unit not used to doing this kind of immigration enforcement. So that's true, and we photographed that and we've seen that. So, big picture again, why we're here. We're here because this activity needs to be seen and needs to be watched, needs to be documented. So all of you have a phone? Yes? Great. I'm actually going to ask all of you right now, because the way that we're going to keep in touch as you guys are out together in pairs is you will text us. But make sure you photograph the actual officers you see. If there's a vehicle, you photograph the license plate. Let us know. And then if you do see what you think might be some kind of police interaction, an immigration interaction, stand at a safe distance, start recording it. You would have sent a text, so we will try to head over there to join you and support you. But what you're doing is bearing witness. And so you are videoing it, you are documenting it. You would have sent the text message to alert us so that we're heading over, can join you, and then try to narrate what you see. Hey, I see 3 officers, it's such and such time, we're at such location, not quite sure what's going on, going to take a closer look. Narrate what you see, the scene around you, and what you think might be happening. Obviously, stand a safe distance away, and we'll try to get to you to support you. More often than not, at the end of today, you will not see a situation. You will not. Most often, the scenario that we're going to deal with today, and this is what happened yesterday, what happened Monday, is we will just give out a lot of great, high-quality information to folks. But yes, absolutely, the reason why we're there is because we might see a situation like that. So, videoing it, photographing it, narrating what you see, of course sending the text so we can go, join you, support, and provide additional support to that family. Does that answer the question? Yes. Okay. So there was a recent ICE incident that we photographed actually last Tuesday, 39th Street between 10th Avenue and Fort Hamilton Parkway.
Okay.
I think just that group of neighbors in general is a little anxious. They probably heard about it yesterday.
The last time that came
Between 10th and Fort Hamilton.
Oh, true. But it's 39th. 39th should be to the right, to the left?
To the right.
Okay, so then I'll just go down 39th. I guess they might. I guess they might be talking about identity theft if
Like
they're
a wrong
like
social
usually
security.
right here.
I guess.
Is this the spot?
It should be, right?
As long as that thing's not gonna open, that's not for a car. That's just for the business.
And that
No,
does
there's no
not-
yellow and there's no parking sign.
Right.
All right, let's just hope this is okay. I'm gonna go over the curb a little bit just to make sure that I can see it. Okay, cool.
Nice and light.
Oh yeah, of course. Nice little warmth.
Should we like sort of circle around the wall?
Yeah. Should we go down this way, since it's more residential, and then loop back around?